Casares today is kind of known for whitewashed walls, views of Gibraltar, Africa, being very close to the coast. It, like many places in southern Spain, is layered with thousands of years of history, from the Romans to the Moorish to the Christians to Arabic influence as well. So just a few kilometres outside of the town you'll actually find some baños, some like sulphur baths, which were built by the Romans, and according to kind of local tradition, mythology, Julius Caesar once came here in around 60 BCE and bathed in the waters due to some sort of skin infection. It's unclear whether this is true or not, but the baths are definitely Roman, and it's potentially where the name Casares might have been derived from. Another key moment for Casares' history came in the 10th century during Muslim rule. The castle at the top of Casares was built during this period as part of a kind of wider network of defensive strongholds across the region. Casares became a kind of fortified Moorish village laid out along the hills for visibility and protection, which explains the kind of steep climbs and narrow winding streets that we still see today. In the late 1400s, during the final phase of the Reconquista, Casares was actually captured by the Christian crown of Castile, and unlike elsewhere in southern Spain, the local mosque was converted into a church. We saw the exact same thing in Cordoba. The big mezquita there was once under kind of Arab rule, and then they built a church kind of on top of it. During the 19th century, Casares saw more conflict during the Peninsulan War, when fighters from the area resisted Napoleon's invading forces. One of the town's most significant figures is Blas Infante. You'll see his statues all over the town, quotes from him. He's kind of known as the father of Andalusian nationalism, and he was born in Casares in 1885. He was a kind of key thinker, poet, and he pushed for cultural recognition and self-government for Andalusia within Spain. When the Spanish Civil War broke out in 1936, Infante was arrested and executed by Franco's forces near Seville, and today he's officially recognised as the father of the Andalusian homeland. They actually had a big celebration for his birthday whilst we were here. And during the war itself, Casares was initially held by the Republican forces, which are the forces that were against Franco, and then it was eventually captured by Franco's army in 1937. And like many rural towns, the aftermath saw kind of repression, silence, what's known as the White Terror, with families affected for generations. It's a kind of quieter part of the town's history that's obviously not celebrated like other parts, but it's still important, and you can still see a lasting influence today. Like, for example, when the president of Andalusia was coming to speak about, Blas Infante and the history of Andalusia, he's from the right-wing party here in Spain, and the locals were telling us that they were going to throw tomatoes, throw fruit at him and stuff like that. So there's still this lasting legacy of kind of a rejection of authority. Reminds me of Glasgow in some ways.